Big news is shaking up the Philadelphia Eagles just a few weeks into training camp. Howie Roseman, known for making moves when you least expect it, has pulled off a trade that's definitely got fans talking. This isn't just your usual roster shuffle. This one could have some interesting ripple effects, especially when it comes to the cornerback position. The trade sends defensive tackle Thomas Booker packing, and in return, the Eagles bring in quarterback turned cornerback Jaquan Bennett from the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a classic Howie move, identifying potential where others might see risk and betting on the team's ability to develop talent into something special. Now, let's dig into why this trade has caught so much attention. Philadelphia's cornerback situation has been somewhat up in the air, with the outside corner spot feeling like a bit of a chess match between Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Both are putting in the work during camp, and the competition is tight, but bringing Bennett into the fold signals that Howie might be hedging his bets, or maybe even shaking things up entirely. Bennett isn't just a random pick, he's got a background that stands out, particularly in terms of athleticism and raw speed. During the pre-draft process, Bennett ran a flat 4.3-second 40-yard dash, which immediately puts him on the radar for any team hungry for explosive defensive backs. Let's talk about Bennett's journey. He's listed at 5 feet 11 inches and 195 pounds, the kind of build that fits nicely into a cornerback mold where speed and agility reign supreme. His story starts in Mobile, Alabama, where he played high school football at McGill-Tulane, then took the junior college route through Hutchinson Community College in Kansas before landing at Maryland from 2020 through 2022. It was at Maryland where he really made a name for himself, showing enough promise to get picked in the 4th round of the 2023 NFL Draft at pick number 104 overall. In college, Bennett wasn't just a player who flashed occasionally. He was the Duke's Mayo Bowl MVP and earned first-team All-Big Ten honors, which speaks volumes about his ability to perform at a high level against tough competition. He put up an impressive relative athletic score of 958, coming out of Maryland, which shows the kind of elite athletic traits the Eagles have been known to chase. Speed, quickness, explosiveness. These are all qualities that Howie Roseman prizes when looking to strengthen a defense. That said, Bennett's professional career has faced some hurdles. Injuries have played a role in slowing his progression. In 2021, during his time in Maryland, he missed a game against Ohio State due to a minor injury, nothing too serious, but enough to be noted. Then, as a rookie in the NFL with the Raiders, he started strong. Literally, he was in the starting lineup for the first 4 games, but then a hamstring injury sidelined him and limited his effectiveness for the rest of the season. To make matters tougher, he also battled a shoulder injury midway through that year. Despite these setbacks, Bennett still managed to appear in 14 games, racking up 32 tackles and 3 pass breakups, though no interceptions or tackles for loss. It's important to note that as a cornerback, his primary role isn't necessarily to stop the run, but to lock down receivers and disrupt passing lanes. Last season brought more challenges. Bennett suffered a significant shoulder injury early in Week 11 against the Dolphins, which took him out for the final 7 weeks of the year. Before that injury, though, he was on pace to have a solid campaign, logging 26 tackles and an impressive 8 pass breakups in roughly 10 weeks of play. Those numbers hint at a player who, when healthy, can be a disruptive presence in the secondary. This kind of durability concern might make some teams shy away, but the Eagles seem willing to take the gamble, especially since Bennett has already shown a strong recovery during organized team activities. The belief here is that Philadelphia's medical and coaching staff can help him reach his potential and keep him on the field. On the flip side, the Eagles are giving up Thomas Booker, a defensive tackle who may not have been grabbing a ton of playing time but showed flashes of explosiveness and smart football. Booker, a Stanford product, is known for his quickness off the snap and intelligence on the field. He made the Eagles roster last season and contributed mostly in situational roles, particularly near the red zone where his quick get-off helped disrupt running plays. But with the Eagles stacked at defensive tackle, thanks to Jalen Carter, Maro Iomo, Jordan Davis, and their recent draft pick Ty Robinson, it made sense to move Booker to fill a different need. So this trade boils down to value and opportunity. Howie Roseman has always preached value, 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 and this deal fits that mantra perfectly. The Eagles gain a cornerback with starting potential and elite athletic traits in Bennett, while giving up a player who likely wouldn't see significant snaps this season. In a way, it's a win-win. The Raiders get some depth on their defensive line, and the Eagles get a high upside player in the secondary. Another layer to this story is the comments from Vic Fangio, Philadelphia's defensive coordinator. He recently mentioned that while both Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson have had solid training camps, the competition between them is extremely close, and the team might still be searching for that edge at outside corner. Fangio also said he had no say in signing Adoree Jackson, implying that some roster decisions come from the front office rather than the coaching staff. That's classic Howie Roseman, making moves to build depth and foster competition, trusting the coaches to sort out the best lineup on the field. Looking closer at Bennett's athleticism, the numbers are impressive. Besides his 4.3-second 40-yard dash, he put up a 40.5-inch vertical leap and an 11-foot broad jump at the combine, indicating explosive lower body power. His relative athletic score was nearly perfect at 994, showing elite physical traits that translate well to the speed and agility needed in the NFL's secondary. While his bench press numbers were modest, 13 reps of 225 pounds, that's pretty typical for a cornerback, where strength is important but not as critical as speed and coverage ability. Bennett's snaps last year were mostly at outside corner, with a handful inside the slot and some time in the box, demonstrating some versatility in coverage roles. However, his overall grade, according to performance analytics, was just below average, with a stronger showing in coverage than run defense, which aligns with his profile as a drop-back coverage corner rather than a physical run stopper. Philadelphia's secondary group already includes some notable names like Queenan Mitchell, who has been having an outstanding camp with a couple of interceptions, showing he can handle elite receivers like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Adding Bennett creates even more depth, which is crucial given the physical demands of the position and the possibility of injuries. The competition is heating up not only for outside corner roles, but also the slot and hybrid safety positions, where players like Cooper Jean and McWilliams bring different skill sets. What makes this move even more intriguing is that the Eagles now have 3 players running a similar 40-yard dash time. Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, and Jacan Bennett, all around 4.3 seconds, which tells you the emphasis on speed in their defensive philosophy. It's clear the team is trying to assemble a secondary that can keep pace with the NFL's increasingly fast and dynamic passing offenses. Looking at the big picture, the regular season opener is just about a month away, set for the 4th of September against the Dallas Cowboys at home. This trade could shake up the depth chart and create some real competition during the final weeks of preseason and training camp. Bennett might get a shot to prove he belongs on the field ahead of Ringo or Jackson, or maybe he'll carve out a valuable role as a nickel corner or special teams contributor. Ultimately, this is a move that shows Howie Roseman's aggressive approach to team building, always on the lookout for high upside players with elite traits who might have been overlooked or hampered by injuries elsewhere. Bringing Bennett in could pay off big if he stays healthy and taps into that pre-draft athleticism. On the flip side, moving Booker, who was blocked behind a deep defensive tackle group, makes room for others and helps the Eagles stay balanced across the roster. So while some fans might wonder about the reasoning behind this trade at first, at a glance, there's a lot of thought that went into it. Value, depth, competition, and a willingness to take chances on players who can grow. Howie Roseman's reputation for making bold moves is well earned, and this latest deal is another example of his knack for finding diamonds in the rough and betting on the team's ability to develop them into stars. As training camp rolls on and the preseason games begin, all eyes will be on how Bennett fits in and whether he can push the Eagles' cornerbacks to new heights. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL landscape has been dramatically reshaped with a confirmed trade between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. culminating in the Eagles securing the services of superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes. This blockbuster move sent shockwaves through the football world, as Mahomes has been a cornerstone of the Chiefs' success over the past several seasons. Philadelphia, a team with championship aspirations, has clearly demonstrated its intent to contend for the title by acquiring one of the game's most electrifying and talented quarterbacks. The trade, the result of intense negotiations, involved multiple draft picks and key players, showcasing how far the Eagles were willing to go to secure Mahomes. This bold decision places Philadelphia in a new echelon of teams that are instantly considered favorites in the highly competitive NFL. Mahomes' arrival promises to transform the Eagles' offensive dynamics, bringing a level of skill, leadership, and experience that few quarterbacks possess. The city of Philadelphia and its passionate fan base can now anticipate an exciting new chapter in their team's history, as Mahomes is expected to not only elevate the Eagles' gameplay, but also to energize the entire franchise. The Chiefs, on their end, will look to rebuild and adapt without their star quarterback, entering a new phase of their team's evolution. Patrick Mahomes' impact on the Philadelphia Eagles cannot be overstated, as his presence instantly enhances their offensive prowess, strategic options. Known for his remarkable arm strength, pinpoint accuracy, and improvisational ability on the field, Mahomes brings a unique combination of talent and charisma that electrifies both teammates and fans alike. His leadership qualities and proven track record in high-pressure situations, including multiple playoff appearances and a Super Bowl victory, give the Eagles a competitive edge that other teams will find difficult to match. Mahomes' style of play suits the modern NFL's fast-paced, high-scoring environment, and his ability to extend plays with his mobility adds another layer of complexity for opposing defenses. The Eagles' coaching staff will have the challenging yet exciting task of integrating Mahomes into their existing system, maximizing his strengths while adapting their playbook to his unique capabilities. This trade also sends a strong message to the rest of the league that Philadelphia is not content with mere participation, but is determined to compete for championships immediately. The combination of Mahomes' talent and the Eagles' roster depth creates a formidable unit that could dominate the league for years to come, potentially reshaping the NFL power hierarchy. The strategic implications of this trade for both teams go beyond the immediate on-field impact, affecting future draft strategies, salary cap management, and team culture. For the Eagles, acquiring Mahomes means a significant investment that will influence their roster decisions in the upcoming seasons. They have sacrificed valuable draft capital and possibly key role players to land a star quarterback, which raises expectations for immediate results. The front office will need to carefully manage contracts and personnel to build a championship-caliber team around Mahomes, ensuring balance between offense, defense, and special teams. For the Chiefs, losing Mahomes marks the end of an era, prompting a rebuild that could involve giving younger quarterbacks a chance to develop or pursuing new talent through drafts and trades. Their coaching staff faces the challenge of maintaining competitiveness while adjusting to a new identity without their former MVP quarterback. This trade also highlights the ever-evolving nature of NFL team-building strategies, where bold moves and risk-taking often define success or failure. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely how both franchises navigate this transitional period, with the Eagles poised to make a historic push for glory, while the Chiefs chart a new course for future success. The fan reaction to Patrick Mahomes joining the Philadelphia Eagles has been electric and overwhelmingly positive, signaling a new era of hope and excitement for the franchise. Philadelphia's passionate supporters have long awaited a move of this magnitude, and Mahomes' arrival fulfills many of their dreams for a Super Bowl contender. Social media platforms have exploded with enthusiasm, memes, and discussions celebrating the acquisition, while merchandise sales and ticket demands are expected to surge as anticipation builds for the upcoming season. The atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field is likely to become even more intense as fans rally behind their new quarterback and his quest to bring a championship to the city. Meanwhile, Chiefs fans have expressed mixed emotions. While some are saddened by the departure of their beloved quarterback, Others remain optimistic about the team's future and the new opportunities that await. The trade has also sparked widespread debate among NFL commentators, former players, and analysts, many of whom praise the boldness of the Eagles' management and the sheer talent that Mahomes brings. This enthusiasm will be critical in maintaining momentum and morale as the Eagles embark on their championship campaign, with Mahomes at the helm, ready to lead and inspire. Looking ahead, the NFL season promises to be one of the most thrilling and unpredictable in recent memory due to the ripple effects of this major trade. The Philadelphia Eagles, now armed with Patrick Mahomes, are positioned as immediate Super Bowl contenders, drawing attention from every corner of the league. Opponents will undoubtedly prepare intensely for the challenge of facing Mahomes' dynamic offense, but the Eagles' depth and coaching expertise will play crucial roles in sustaining their performance over the grueling season. Meanwhile, the Chiefs' path forward will be watched with interest as they experiment with new quarterbacks and strategies, seeking to maintain competitiveness despite losing their franchise cornerstone. This trade also adds a new layer of narrative to rivalries across the NFL, with Mahomes potentially facing his former team multiple times and adding drama to every matchup. The broader NFL community will be closely following how this trade shapes team dynamics, player development, and competitive balance. Ultimately, this blockbuster deal underscores the high stakes and dramatic nature of professional football, where the pursuit of greatness drives bold decisions and unforgettable moments. With Mahomes now donning Eagles green, the NFL landscape has irrevocably changed, promising fans a season packed with excitement, suspense, and extraordinary football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.